It is common to assume these days that television makes us all alike. We listen to the same commentators, see the same news. America, more now than ever, is one nation. Well, those of us who tell you such things spend most of our times talking to each other. And when we travel the country, we are just visitors, forever comparing what we see with where we come from, just like when your Uncle Harry comes to town. Perhaps if we lived in places like Missoula, Montana, we'd have a different perspective. Missoula is just a fast raft from the Rocky Mountains, and they are the only high-rises in sight. People out here say they live in the season. There are not a whole lot of buildings to duck into, as if anyone would. Missoula is not the place to paint the world under artificial light.
Oh, I'd love another zucchini.
It is a town where the rituals of life are just as important as the big news on this planet.
Knock, knock.
Not more important, but just as important.
Oh, that's marvelous.
Folks in Missoula know Kim Williams well.
These are nice cherries, really.
Each season, she shops the backyards and the alleys, bartering for fruit and vegetables. Others let rot.
Hi, I'm Kim Williams. I live across the alley.
She buys only what she can't trade.
Lovely rhubarb. Very nice.
She lives on $5,000 a year. Her mother worries Kim hasn't had anything new in 5 years.
She insisted on buying me a new blouse for $12.95. And I said, Mom, I can buy a blouse just like that for 50 cents in the church rummage sale. It was a polyester, which I never wear anyway.
Government indicators would call Kim Williams poor. She is forever scrimping and saving and storing. But there's something more.
When do we have to water Myra's garden again?
Kim and her husband Mel don't merely survive. They have a good time.
Whoops. I sit here quite often and I watch the sun coming through the shade, and there's a word for it, dapple. I say to myself, that's what a fountain in Greece looks like. I'm having a vacation in Greece, and here I am in my own backyard.
When the evening spreads out against the sky, Kim Williams harvests sunsets. She remembers the rest of her life.
There's a season when you're very young and searching the whole wide world. It's like a season of spring, maybe. And then later on, summer, where you're trying to assess things and gather things and make sense out of things before fall and winter come. Fall and winter are a season where you make peace with the world and yourself and what you are and what you aren't.
It's rolling, take it in about 5 seconds.
6 years ago, when National Public Radio was casting about for a view from beyond the Potomac, they found Kim.
I hope I survive. If not, it's been a good trip.
Kim has a loyal following.
Now, don't mistake this for sarviceberry, because this is a hawthorn.
She is a naturalist, an expert on edible foods, who teaches courses on sprouts and wild plants at the University of Montana. But folks don't tune in for that.
The Indians said it made your hair grow.
It is her refreshing perspective on people
A strong tea.
and what is important.
And then put the tea on your head. Go ahead, try it. I mean, you've got nothing to lose. It won't make you bald.
For today, Bob Dotson, NBC News, trailing along with
Kim Williams in Missoula, Montana.